Hi friends, welcome back to Mangalorean Taste Buds by Asha. Today I'll show you how I make beef cutlets. Cutlet is a fusion recipe which is loved by people of all age groups. A cutlet is a must appetizer in any party. Cutlets are simple and delicious to make and can be served as an evening snack or as a main course. Beef cutlets are typically made with potatoes coated with breadcrumbs and deep fried. You can make it with chicken, beef, mutton, vegetable, prawns, and even fish. These can be deep fried, shallow fried, or even baked. The cutlets are a popular snack item on Indian restaurant menus. I have crumb coated this and shallow fried them. These beef cutlets can be made ahead and refrigerated for a week and longer in the freezer. If I intend to freeze them, I do not add potatoes. You can add the boiled potatoes just when you are about to fry them. Some call it cutlets, people in the north call it tikkis, and some as croquettes. So let's check out the ingredients. If you like this recipe of mine, do give a thumbs up and click the like button. If you have tried this recipe, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and click the bell icon to get updated. So let's get started. Here I have taken 300 grams of mince. You can use any mince of your choice. This is beef. Half teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, and salt. Give it a nice good mix and boil it till it is 95% done. You need not add water, it will release its own water, but see that the water dries up when you are cooking. Here I have taken 2 large onions, 3 green chilies, and a few curry leaves chopped, roughly chopped. Now in a kadai, take oil as required and then add the onion, green chili, and curry leaves. Fry it on slow flame. You need not brown the onions. Here I have taken 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and half teaspoon of green chili paste. If you like it less spicy, you can skip the green chilies. But I like the cutlets to be a little on the spicier side. Add the boiled mince and now keep frying it well till the onions and the mince is cooked well and dried. It should not have any moisture left in it. At this point of time, add half teaspoon of turmeric powder. Give it a nice good mix. If you feel it is getting dried up, you can add a little more oil. Otherwise, mince usually has a little fat of its own. But keep stirring continuously. Here I have added half teaspoon of pepper powder, half teaspoon of garam masala powder, and keep frying. You can check for salt. Here I have taken 300 grams of boiled potatoes and around half a cup of chopped coriander leaves. Now at this point of time, you can check for salt. If you feel you want it more spicy, you can add pepper powder, chili powder, or more of garam masala powder. See, you can see the mince is releasing a little moisture as we add salt and the other spices. By now it will start drying out. Leave it open. Now don't cover it once it starts drying. It should be very dry, otherwise your cutlets tend to break when frying. When it is nicely done, you can add the potatoes and breadcrumbs. I usually add poha powder instead of breadcrumbs. as poha absorbs all the moisture in them. I felt I need a little more salt because I still have to add the potatoes. Give it a nice good mix. It should be completely dry. At this point of time, add the boiled potatoes and chopped coriander leaves. You can add mint leaves also if you wish, but I usually don't add. Mash the potatoes nicely. You can mash it separately and add, but I mash it in the pan itself so that the masala, everything is absorbed by the potatoes. Once you add the potatoes, again check for salt, because if the cutlets are less of salt, it doesn't taste good. Add juice of half a lemon. Remove the seeds. And then this is the poha powder. I just powder it in the mixie and add it to the pan. Now I have switched off the flame. I'm just mixing it in the pan itself. The remaining poha powder, I use it for coating. Here I have taken egg, add a pinch of salt as per taste, and then you can roll the cutlets in the egg and then fry it. As I said, you can bake it, deep fry it, or shallow fry it. I usually shallow fry my cutlets, but you can deep fry if you wish so. Roll it in egg and then coat it with the breadcrumbs, or you can use semolina, you can use rice powder. Here I have used poha powder, and then shape it as desired. I usually make round cutlets and then let it set for around 15 minutes. You can keep it in the fridge if you are frying at a later stage. Do the same for rest of the mixture, and then you can fry it, and this is best served hot straight from the pan. Be gentle when you are coating them with the egg as well as the breadcrumbs or poha. Now fry it in a shallow pan with little oil. Be gentle when you are frying. They tend to break easily. Here everything is cooked. Only the outer coating of the egg has to be cooked. Rest of the things are well cooked, so it doesn't take longer to cook. So just be gentle, and it is okay if you just turn them once, they are done. But if you want a rich deep golden brown color or brown color, then you can fry it a little longer. Serve it with some salad. You can stuff it in between bread. You can have it as it is, just as a starter. Sometimes we stuff it in between bread and have it as a sandwich. We also serve it with a simple dal rice. It's up to you how you like it. Do give it a try. I'm sure you too will enjoy it as much as we enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And do not forget to click the bell icon to get notified as and when I upload a new recipe. The list of ingredients is given in the description box below. So, my dear friends, hope you have enjoyed this quick and yummy recipe. Stay tuned for more such interesting recipes. Till we meet again, check out my other recipes at Mangalorean Taste Buds by Asha. Bye, take care. See you soon with a new recipe.